Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Hiroki. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. Falsehood, important things are giving you people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Esri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to BedLife for August 16th, 2021. And no, your eyes are not playing tricks on you. There's no camera today. I've reached peak laziness. Yeah, too lazy to put on a shirt today, so no camera. It's better for me. It's better for you. It's better for them. Them being the whales, of course. It's also better for Sinnabun Bunny, it's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Sinnabun Bunny. And yes, Sinnabun is actually streaming himself right now. I put the link in the chat a couple minutes ago. I do hope everybody had a chance to go over and wish him a happy birthday on his very own stream, as he tries to put together more and more pieces of the Eagle Moss Enterprise D, which is supposed to take over 2 years and dozens and dozens of shipments to build. But Sinnabun is trying to build it much quicker than that. It is an incredibly detailed replica of the Enterprise D, I believe being 2 to 3 feet long when all is said and done, which is incredible size. Lights and everything, but way more complicated and detailed than maybe if I was in my prime, I could do it. Although I could never wait the months between packages. I mean, even rushing through it, you're talking about maybe he can do it in a year, maybe 9 months at best. That is way too long for my patience. But I mean, just seeing him cut the so-called windows, which are tiny little pieces of plastic that, like any other model I've ever made, this would have been like the garbage plastic that you throw away. But for this model, these are the pieces you save. I would not be able to handle these details, certainly in my current condition. And I'm not even sure in my prime condition if I would have been able to deal with the weights involved. So this is a very impressive skill of not only detail but patience. And I do hope he completes it, because it will be an amazing model once it's done. Richie Poole appears to be first in the chat. Yes, Richie Poole was first in the chat today and says, "Dear Sop," as in Sister O'Prey, but I'm sorry, Richie, no Sister O'Prey here today. Not Ryan Johnson says, "Hello in Qapla. Hail Karoga. Happy birthday, Sinnabun." Absolutely. Richie Poole says, "Qapla, Qapla." Richie. Professor Brainy Spec says, "Qapla, bird of prey. ... You are late again." I was not. Richie Poole says, "Today's Panda Express fortune cookie reads, 'There is no doubt that you will lead a good life.'" Yay, indeed, yay. There's no doubt. That sounds like I would keep that on file, Richie Poole. And if anything terrible ever happened to me, I would sue them. Sue them for everything they've got. You promised. They promised. They didn't have to tell me this. They could have said anything. They could have said, "We hope you live a good life." They didn't have to say, "You will lead a good life." I mean, that I think if I was on that jury, Richie, you would totally have a case. John Meyer says, "Happy birthday to the Bunny Man, number 2. I guess Deej is Bunny Man, number 1. And Deej did a happy birthday Cinnabun video where Deej is dressed like a bunny. So I guess he does get the number 1 bunny. Although Cinnabun has several bunnies in his home right now. So I don't know which is higher on the scale. Having bunnies in your house or dressing like a bunny. It might be too close that they actually have to fight it out to determine the winner. Super Blubberpuss says, "Hello guys, Qapla Super Blubberpuss, and thank you for reminding me to check out the Dirty Work trailer. I forgot how funny a movie that was, and yes, we will watch it at some point. A revenge for hire business with that funny guy. Oh man, he was so much younger. What's his face? I'll remember it. I'll remember the name, but I've lost it at the moment. But he's still funny. So thank you, Super Blubberpuss. And he says, "Bird of Prey, hello, sir. Hope you are doing well. Thank you. I hope so too, Super Blubberpuss." Josh reads says, "Bird of Prey, a game you will love. Lego Builder's Journey, only $16." And I brought it up in the web browser. It appears to be, it's a Steam game. It appears to be a puzzle game. Lego's Builder's Journey is an atmospheric, geometric puzzle game that asks us to sometimes follow instructions and sometimes to break the rules. And it's got very positive and mostly positive reviews. It became available June 22nd of this year. It looks interesting. I'm not 100% sure exactly what it is. Some type of puzzle game involving Lego bricks, I guess. It really probably isn't a bad game. I just, considering right now, whatever free time I have, I tend to be playing Call of Duty Warzone. I just don't know if I would. Ooh, some of these most helpful posts are saying no. Nice visuals, wholesome story, too short for the price tag. Plays like a $10 max game, sells for $20. Why? I guess that's the magic of Lego. Would not recommend to anyone without a 50% discount at least. Well, that's unfortunate. Although there is a lot of recommended posts underneath. So how much is it off? 20% off. 20%, not enough. We'll come back. We'll put it on my wish list. And maybe we'll get a coupon for 50% off at some point. But thank you. I do appreciate games such as that. Maybe I will get a chance to play it at some point. Josh Street. And then I put in the link to Sinnabun's stream for anyone who wasn't there. Professor Brainy Specs says Bird is 5 hours late. No, the math is hard for Professor Brainy Specs. Professor Brainy Specs might be great at Doctor Who, but not so great at the math. Speaking of math, you might see in the bottom corner a PayPal barcode. I am just testing this out. Basically, for those who know, or let's see, got a phone call. Hello?
If you or a loved one have taken the heartburn medication Zentek.
No, I have not. Anyway. So for those who know or remember, a few weeks ago, I mentioned how PayPal was raising their fees and how the minimum amount they would charge now was going to be like 79 cents or something. So that if you put in $1, if you made $1 donation via Streamlabs, PayPal was going to end up taking like the majority of that dollar. So I made the minimum Streamlabs donation $1.49. Well, apparently PayPal is only raised the fees for Streamlabs and things like that if you pay via the PayPal barcode, which means you use the PayPal app on your phone and you scan the barcode and you make a payment directly and you put in the note of the payment, like say, something you want to say, then it only takes a 10-cent transaction. So that makes it very competitive. Unfortunately, it doesn't hook into the automated support, the automatic super chat animation. But if anybody wanted to try, I would still get an email notice that I received a PayPal donation, and I could check on it and read it. Anyway, I don't know. I figured I'd throw it up there, see if anybody wanted to try it out for $1 or even less. Presumably, you could probably do less than $1. I don't know. But I was curious to see how it might work. Unfortunately, with PayPal, I can't pay myself, so I didn't have any way of checking it. But apparently, all you got to do is scan it with your PayPal app, and it can do a 10-cent instead of a 79-cent transaction, which is much, much better. And frankly, makes no sense that they can't make all their transaction fees 10 cents and still make a profit. But whatever. Bradley Briggs says, Zup, y'all. Zup, Bradley. Jedi Bill says, hello, Berto Prey, Qapla, brother warrior. Hail, Karoga. Hail, Karoga. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir, and puts the bunny and the cake emojis out. Thank you, 47 Yorktown. Hello to you. The Random Menace says, weed to people and greetings from the future. No, it's not weed to the people, but greetings from the future. Jedi Bill says hello to Professor Brainy Specs. Hail Karoga and Qapla. Qapla. Daniel's Hot Topic says, hey Bird, how are you today? I'm good, Daniel. How are you? Thomas says hello to Jedi Bill. Not Ryan Johnson says, damn, coming back from vacation is horrible. I should have added a few extra days. Oh well, at least the work day is almost over. Oh man, yeah, your first day back from vacation. That's a tough one, not Ryan Johnson, but yes, if you're in the East Coast or Central Time Zone, hell, even if you're in West Coast, your day is almost over if you're doing normal 9 to 5 hours. Daniel says happy birthday to Batfleck. Is that Ben Affleck? I don't know. I'm not sure who Batfleck is. Thomas says build Legos makes you a terrorist. I hope not. So the game is Minecraft. There is a Lego version of Minecraft called Lego Worlds. I have it. It's an impressive game. Mike Richards, I'm sorry, not Mike Richards, the Random Menace says it's raining. But it's raining in the future, Random Menace? That's unfortunate. But it's better than it's raining men. Professor Brainy Specs says, hello to Jedi Bill, making dinner, and yes, Bird, you are 5 hours late. It's now 9 p.m. 9:16 p.m. No, Professor, I don't know what type of funny time zone Texas has, but I can assure you at no place in Texas is at 9:16 p.m. right now. If it is 9:16 p.m., then you ain't in Texas. Captain Trax says hello, Captain. Hail on Karoga, of course. Admiral Saval says yo, Birdie, Qapla, Admiral Saval. Congrats, Admiral. I heard the good news. Positive Candor says Bird of Prey, 1977. Elvis Presley just died on 8/16/77. Oh no, today's the day Elvis died. Popular music icon Elvis Presley dies in Memphis, Tennessee. He was 42. Man, I'm 42. Wait, I thought maybe he didn't die. I think, didn't they say in, what was it? Men in Black? He didn't die, he just went home. That's what I choose to believe. Plus, there's a hell of a lot of Elvis Presleys in Las Vegas. If even one of them is the real Elvis, then I think we have proof right there he didn't die. Jedi Bill says hello to Positive Candor. Mark Krell says PFF, Professor Brainy Specs, needs a new watch. It's 10:20. Wow. Jedi Bill says hello to Not Ryan Johnson. Super Bubba pushes Bird of Prey. I had a Tom from Midnight's Edge sing It's Raining Men in their karaoke stream. Oh my God. Tom from Midnight's Edge. Why would you do that, Tom? The Random Menace says Sinnabun is reincarnated as Elvis. Possibly. And Thomas Bott says, so 3 years after Elvis died, Sinnabun was born. I thought Sinnabun was also 42 years old today. I don't know. I just saw somebody say that. I didn't actually ask Sinnabun how old he was. If Sinnabun does show up here after his stream, I am prepared to sing him happy birthday. Oh, there he is. Speaking of the devil, happy birthday, Sinnabun. Are you? How old are you? And yes, he is 42. Mamo Praise also wishes you a happy birthday. So now, Sinnabun, do you want happy birthday as Aussie O'Prey or just General Bird O'Prey? I can't do Asian O'Prey. I suppose I could do it as Captain Kirk, if you really want it. But Kirk, so Kirk, Ozzy, or Bird could sing you happy birthday. And he thanks you, Mama Pray. Thomas Potts says, my God, people, it's 4:23 p.m. Monday, August 16th. And Captain Track confirms Cinnabon is 42. And Ozzy O'Prey says Cinnabon Bunny. Oi, okay. Oi, it's Ozzy O'Prey here. I want to sing my friend Cinnabon Bunny from America the happy birthday song because, he wants Kirk. Yeah, son of a bitch. Move along, Ozzy O'Prey. It's me, Captain Kirk. I can do the best birthday song ever. Son of a bitch. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cinnabon Bunny. Happy birthday to you. Spock, play some of that hippie, whatever you call it, music you played in Journey to Eden. No, Captain, that would be illogical. Oi, okay, I'll play it. Damn it, Ozzy O'Prey, get off my ship. No, this is my ship. Oi, Scotty, beam me up. Oi, that's I did, Captain. I thought he said he was your friend. I don't understand, Mr. Scott. Are you Scottish or Australian? Oi! God damn it, Scotty. That's not an answer. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cinnabon Bonnie. I hope the crocs don't eat you. My God, man, you've made a mockery out of this man's birthday. I am going to destroy the Enterprise. Computer, initiate self-destruct. Code 1, 1A, 2, 2B, 3. Countdown for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Get out of there! Get out of there! 4, 3, 2. My God bones, what have I done? You did what you always do, Jim. You turned Cinnabon's birthday into a chance to blow up the Enterprise. There you go. There you go. Thomas Potts says, for the love of God, where is your God now, Thomas? He forsaked you. Dr. Scotty says, amazing Kirk impression. 54.5 Access Radio says, hashtag say no to Ozzy O'Prey. And Cinnabon is laughing and says, thank you, everyone. Daniel's Hot Topics says, Section 31 show. Section 31 show. Section 31 show. Daniel, does it work like that? It might. It might. Dr. Scotty says, damn it, Bones. Can't you shut him up? Cinnabon lolls. Dr. Scotty says, incorrect password. Cinnabon says, that was great, Bird of Prey. Thank you. You're welcome. John DeMarco says, bravo. Thank you, John. I hope put a smile on some of your faces. Today, because damn, I needed it. I needed a smile. I think we all needed a smile. Too much real shit going on in the world. You put the news on, you get depressed. I sure as hell do. I put on a video. I can't tell if the person I'm looking at is crazy or just at their wits' end. And I'm not even sure they know anymore. I'm not sure I know anymore. But a lot of crazy stuff. Aravic Sonder with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, Aravic. You got a little space dock in your life. My God, what's going on in Afghanistan? What's going on in Haiti? And hell, what's going on right here in this country? Each one is worse than the next. I feel terrible right now for the people of Haiti. There's another earthquake. I mean, they just had their president assassinated. Then there was an earthquake. Thousands of people dead. And there's a hurricane coming to them. And it's like, well, I mean, yeah, of course, it's not like the virus just stopped existing. I think it's just at the point in Haiti where it's like, forget it. There's no point in trying to fight the virus. We just assume everyone will get it and whoever lives, lives. I mean, the death toll from the virus is just going to be rounding error when it comes to the earthquake and the hurricane anyway. So what does it really matter? I guess when all's said and done, Haiti's going to have the most protection from the virus. Literally one of my friends, as I was saying all this, one of my friends Skyped me and said, guess who's got the COVID? And then he said, oh, wait, you're probably live. Yeah. Well, I wonder who it is. Son of a bitch. Got it right back. I am, but who? Because is it him? Is it his wife? I don't know. I don't know. Considering, oh fuck, this guy, son of a bitch. Well, he was in Iceland, so. And Admiral Saval says, I finally have a mate/boyfriend for myself. Very cool, Admiral Saval. That was the news I had heard, so congrats to you. It is more fun to have somebody special with you than to go through life alone. Captain Track says, Daniel's hot topic, screw Section 31. I hope that never happens. These fools can't make Trek. Well, we'll see what happens, Captain. Professor Braining Spec says, Bird of Prey, the birthday wishes for Sinnabun was great. Made me smile and chuckle. Thank you. You're welcome. And congrats to Admiral Saval, says Aravic. Captain wants to know how you met him. After 20 years of searching, damn it, Admiral. It's only half the time I've been searching. So good for you. Tuvix lives matter, says John Araki. A clearly false statement, as Tuvix lives did not matter. The only thing important about Tuvix was that it killed both Tuvok and Neelix. Hell, you know what? I would have been for killing Tuvix, even if it only meant Tuvok survived and Neelix still had to die. John Aragi says, hashtag cancel Hillrom. I don't know about that. And the Random Menace says he can't have a girlfriend because his wife does not allow it. Son of a bitch. Random Menace. Life's never fair, right? You can finally get a girlfriend, but your wife says no. Thomas Pond says, well, it took Salty Trekker 9,956 years to find a wife. Well, better late than never. Deej Odyssey says, hashtag Bird hates all. I don't hate all. I'm a very loving person. I I have a heart that's too big. That's literally what my doctor says. Your heart's dangerously too big. John Araki says, was the Tuvix decision pro-life or pro-choice? While considering more lives came out of it than went into it, I'd say it was pro-life. But more importantly, I'd say it was pro-Janeway. John DeMarco says, poor Neelix, everyone hates him. Not everyone. The kid liked him. Naomi Wildman. She genuinely liked Neelix. You know, like a kid likes a unicorn doll or something. Admiral Savalas is online and he's serving as a guard at the Syrian embassy. So you haven't actually met in real life. Well, I hope one day you can. John Araki says, Random's wife allows boyfriends, though. You know, she probably does. She probably does. Daniel's Hot Topics is Bird of Prey. Bird, do you watch Batman 66? I do not. They are continuing that universe in comic form, and the year is 1977. Adam West tells Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, that he killed Caesar Romano's Joker. I have no idea about the details of that, Daniel, because I am not a Batman 66 nor a comic person. And Admiral Saval says he's a technical staff sergeant. Interesting. Well, Romero. Did I say what I say? Romero. Okay. I probably did mispronounce it. It looked like a name I thought I'd seen, but then I wasn't. Okay. Anyway. So I don't know. The optics of Afghanistan are bad. It's tough. I mean, apparently everybody who's been there seems to have known this was going to happen, that as soon as we pulled out, that the government there was going to fall, that there was no hope it was going to survive, that this wasn't a secret, and anyone who knew what was going on there could have predicted this would happen. And if that's true, you know what? So be it. I mean, I don't want to say Americans, obviously, we didn't need to be there forever. We weren't giving them a blank check, not only for money, but in our American lives. Surely 20 years was enough to make our point, not to F with us. If you try to hide somebody, if you try to give comfort to somebody who attacks us, we will F you up for 20 years. The point is made. But that said, we are now less than 4 weeks away, 3.5 weeks away from September. It's that day in September next month. I would have said, well, let's wait that 3.5 weeks and then leave, because, you know, at least we could say on that 20th anniversary, we were still there. The flag still flew over our embassy, and as a testament to don't mess with us, USA. Granted, okay, we were still there 20 years. Regardless, you can still say much the same thing, but the optics, not the same. Not the same. Was this a loss? They say, well, no. As a country, we didn't lose. The loss is to the people of Afghanistan, unfortunately. More specifically, the women of Afghanistan, and a lot of the men, I'm sure, but definitely the women have lost. I don't know. I don't know if they actually cared. I've never been there. I don't know anybody there personally. Obviously, all I hear are news reports, which are basically worthless, and then second-hand reports from people who've served, which I take with much more weight than what I hear on the news. And the basic answer just seems to be is that they really didn't care. So in the end, unfortunately, I think they lost. People concerned, is Russia going to go in? No, I don't think they are. I think if they did, they would be bogged down just as much as they were last time, and just as much as we got to. You would say, well, will China go in? I don't know. I don't think China's going to go in either. I don't think they're that stupid. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. My dentist called. They're coming tomorrow. Couldn't be helped. Admirals of all. Okay, well, I don't think we need to announce his name. NB Geek says, how about 18 years of mine and my wife's military service? Yes, you people I was listening to earlier today. Thomas says, I'm sure Russia and China are going to love the drones we left behind. I hope we smashed them or something. John Araki, Biden couldn't count the insurgents in Afghanistan due to the Taliban. Ha 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 ha. Positive Candace is Bird of Prey, the 20th anniversary. Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware. Random Menace is they obviously want what regime, that regime over there. Who are we to tell them how to live? Apparently nobody is going to tell them how to live except the regime that's over there. I mean, there's a lot of people who don't want to live under the Taliban, but they don't get a lot of choice if they're not willing to fight. John Araki says the Chinese are going to buy all the left behind equipment and stage an American invasion somewhere. Well, I mean, that's fine. Uncle Remus says Afghanistan will be a terrorist generator aimed at the U.S. We will end up back there. Well, we'll see. Although I would suspect next time we won't need ground troops so much. Arabic Sanda says no, they don't want that regime. That's why the Afghanistani civilians are storming the airport, trying to get out. Well, they would do better if they were storming the Taliban. Addie in stereo says definitely the women. Yes, I'm sure the men are celebrating being killed in greater numbers and being forced to fight in the Taliban army. Well, some are. Thomas says Karoga should go in. Don't worry, Kurdistan won't take advantage of it. And John Araki puts in the alpacas. Deeds says Bird of Prey. China will set up a deal with the Taliban. Tell them they will help protect them in trade for either some of the bases or the leftover equipment left behind. Admiral Saval says Afghanistan ruined the USSR, and that was after 3 years of conflict. I don't think the Russian Federation wants to go back to Afghanistan again. Yeah, I don't think so either. D.D. Myers is Bird of Prey Qapla. Hope you and the Gen B. Yes, it's a female dentist, John Araki. Riots in major cities are going back to Afghanistan. That was riots in their major cities due to going back to Afghanistan. John Araki says, born, no. Addie says, I love how Joe says Russia and China. How are you feeling, Addie? John Araki says, I missed the way Donnie T used to say China. I never saw any problem with the way he said China. Thomas Potts says, Joseph, that's because someone says Slovakia wanted a communist regime. That's like saying Slovakia wanted a communist regime. And John Araki with $1 super chat. Thank you, John Araki. Professor Brainy Specs says, Bird of Prey, China has already warned Taiwan the U.S. won't protect them. Well, we won't, Professor. We're never going to protect Taiwan. Thomas Potts says, Bird of Prey, there's video of hundreds of people trying to get on a plane as it's moving. People fell off and died. Yeah, Mamo Prey told me about that. It's crazy. It's very sad. It's very sad, but I don't want to seem like a cold-hearted, entitled American bastard, but we fought our war of independence. We fought our Civil War, and by we meaning ancestors. Although not my ancestors, because my ancestors came from Italy mostly after the Civil War was fought. But Americans prior to me fought our Civil War, fought our Revolutionary War. Granted, they were hundreds of years ago, but they were bloody and deadly wars. They changed the course of the world. They changed the course of our country's history. We can't go to another country and just instill in them a sense of patriotism. We can't hand that off. It's got to be earned somehow. And as terrible as it is, they've got to fight this, I believe, on their own, sure, if they ask for help. Like we did as a young nation, we asked for help, and France was our first ally. We can ally with them. We can help them, but the change has to start with them. They have to be the ones willing to lead the fight, not just be the backups. And from what I've heard, that was always the problem. The Afghans and in Iraq, they were not the ones to be on the front lines. And when they were on the front lines, they couldn't handle it. So it's not surprising that without us, they couldn't hold the country. I want them to be free. I really do. I want them to be free. But it's not, freedom is not something you can go into a part of the world and shake everything up and say, oh, now you're free, because earned freedom doesn't last. At least disconnecting, reconnecting. Hello, world. Have we reconnected? It appears we have. I don't know what happened there. Sorry about that. But thankfully, OBS has reconnected. Where are we? Dee Dee Myers says, Qapla, how are you and the family? Are doing okay, Dee Dee Myers. Thank you. Thomas says, I'm supposed to use a sarcastic tone. The Random Menace says, Thomas, I was supposed to be sarcasm. I would not have used the word regime. YouTube needs sarcasm font. Deed says, hashtag cold-hearted bird. Admiral Saval says, isn't the Afghan situation considered an internal civil conflict? Well, I would say it is now. I mean, it's basically a civil war. Uncle Remus says, we can all change. Rocky. Professor Brainy Specs says, Bird of Prey, the point is about Taiwan is that the USA's foreign reputation is currently ruined. Well, we never... I don't believe at any point in the last 30 years, well, let's put it this way, in the last 15 years, would we have been in any position to protect Taiwan. And I think if anybody told Taiwan that we would have protected them, they would have been lying. And I think you'd have to be a really stupid person not to know that we were lying. There was no way this country is going to go to war with China to protect Taiwan. It's just not going to happen. Yeah. If China wants Taiwan, it's theirs. The only thing that's keeping them out, I don't know if it's, I really don't know what's keeping them out. I mean, hell, they took back Hong Kong. Now, granted, that was a 99-year lease. The British didn't think ahead 99 years, but they took back Hong Kong, and they're taking it over. They've made it even more Chinese now. If they want Taiwan, it's nothing. Nobody's going to stop them. Even Genghis Khan couldn't conquer Afghanistan, says Admiral Sabal. Thank you, Professor. John Rodgers says bird of apathy. I don't want to say it's apathy, it's just realism. Thomas says there is a civil war. The 300,000 well-trained Afghan soldiers Biden said would keep Afghanistan safe didn't put up a fight. Right. Well, there is no civil war. Right. Well, that's the problem, is that the Taliban came in and nobody is fighting back. Nobody is fighting back. And it's like, well, I can understand you saying, lots of people don't want to be under Taliban rule, but then where are those people? What are they doing? I mean, other than a few hundred trying to get onto a plane and hold on to the wing of a plane, the wheels of a plane, that's not going to save you. That's not going to save your country. Anyway, war never changes, says Carlo Albanese. And let's hope everyone is as well as can be. I do too. I hope everyone's as well as can be. Afghanistan's a total mess. Haiti is a total mess. Although Haiti, through really no fault of their own. Certainly not like Afghanistan. They're just, Jesus Christ, the world's most damned island. Half of an island. Deej is bird of prey. Lucky this isn't open lines, because I could argue against your point about no war over Taiwan. Deej, you really think that this country would go to war with China, a country with almost 2 billion people, way more men than women, and an industrial base that can put us to shame? You think we would go to war with China over an island as tiny as Taiwan? China basically controls our computers and our drugs. If China cut us off, we would have, I don't know, 30 days worth of drugs. And by drugs, I mean medication, important life-giving medication, before it dried up. And then, it might take 60, 90, 120 days to spin something up somewhere else in the world, maybe Europe, where we could then maybe get replacement drugs for 4 to 6 times the cost. But in the meantime, that's a hell of a lot of people that are going to get sick and die before that happens. And that's just not counting the actual people that would, die in war. God forbid, what does that even look like? I can't imagine a U.S. president, Republican or Democrat, launching a war with China over Taiwan. I just don't see it. I'm not saying that it's morally the right thing to do or morally the wrong thing to do. I'm saying, regardless of the morality, it's just not going to happen. I can't. And Dee just saying, yes, they would for multiple reasons. Well, tomorrow when we do open lines, hopefully you'll be around. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern is a members only stream for an hour. And then at 5 p.m., like 5:15 p.m. Eastern, will be open lines for everybody. So hopefully you can be there to talk about it, unless we talk about it somewhere else. Thomas is a 7.2. Oh yes, this other quake. This was a stronger quake than the last one, but it wasn't under the capital. It was out at sea. So last I heard, the death toll was over 1,200 people. It's probably double that, at least. Sinnabun says, bird of prey. I think the problem is some of our allies in the region could go to war over it and then drag us in. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yes, allies could go to war over it. I don't know that we would get dragged in. I honestly don't know. Deej's bird, we get far more computer chips from Taiwan than we do China. Taiwan is an important spot in the South China Sea to defend and hold China back from taking over other places. Yep. It's a one China policy, Deej. If we go to war with China, the computer chips stop from Taiwan just as much as they stop from China. Thomas says the Taliban should endorse Project Prometheus. LDG says they should. I could use the funds. Wow. Thomas has lastly heard that it was up to 1,300 dead in Haiti. Deej says Japan is a neighbor. We already defend Japan. Right, but defending Japan and attacking China are two different things. Carlos says, did the oil run out? Not yet. There's not a lot of oil in Afghanistan. Deej says, that's why I can't debate this with Bird with just one side. Right, well, that's what I said. We can do it tomorrow. Arabic says, then what is China waiting for? Agreement says China is waiting for the C virus to get worse and then make its move. Deed says right now China does not have the right Navy ships to attempt the invasion of Taiwan. They are trying to build those ships. They could have built a freaking boat, just a bridge of boats if they wanted. The Random Menace says my member is doing only private streams. Captain Trax says, Deej, screw Taiwan. It's time for the U.S. to stop wasting time and money. Give up or bomb. No. Thomas says, now that Afghanistan is over, the U.S. military can go from combat training to gender studies. I know Taiwan is an important spot, Deej. I understand that. But it is just one small spot geographically in the world stage. Angarima says, let China take thing we don't care about. Eventually, they will take something we do care about. Can't let that happen. And Professor Brainy Specs has now renewed his membership for a 6th month in a row. Thank you, Professor. Deej says, and if China takes over Taiwan, they control all the chips. They control all the chips now. Arabic says, now I want chips, fish and chips. Thomas says, it's time for the world to allow Japan to build up its military. Sinnabun says, our Navy recently got the crap kicked out of them in a war game versus China. Carlo says, happy birthday to Sinnabun. Sinnabun says, thank you, Carlo. D says, it's not a small spot. You need to look more into it before you say things like that. I said geographically. Geographically. Professor Brainy Specs says, why can't I click the cancel button? You could if you knew where it was, Professor. And now Deej is getting upset. No, they do not. Professor Brainy Specs is saying, why? In the off chance that you really don't know, Professor, if you click on the avatar view in YouTube, and one of the options in there is purchases and memberships, that is where you can cancel your membership to the channel if you were indeed so inclined. Although I suspect you are just saying that for laughs. Hail Karoga, indeed. Hail Karoga. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's look at this before we get to the Dear Bob. Let's go to Google Maps. Taiwan. Okay. And okay. So there is Taiwan. This island, granted, I mean, it's not tiny like Manhattan Island, but it is, smaller than the South Korea. If South Korea was an island, it's maybe half the size of South Korea. Although it is closer to the equator than South Korea. So maybe it's about the size of South Korea. But I say relatively small island. Compared to this great big land mass here that is China, it's relatively small. If China wanted to invade, there's really nothing between China and Taiwan stopping them. Now, for the U.S. to defend Taiwan, where would we have to come from? Obviously, we have bases all around the world. We have bases in Japan. There's probably a base in Australia somewhere, or there's certainly in Hawaii, and obviously California. But I mean, just to be clear, China owns this area. Okay, if they wanted to do something, they could do it. We would be playing catch up. And I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You got North Korea up there. You got Japan here. So yeah, Japan, Australia, the Philippines, they would probably be on our side. South Korea, but I mean, it'd be like, I don't know, where's there isn't an equivalent There isn't an equivalent Russian island because all the Russian islands are closer to Europe or Alaska. There is no equivalent. I mean, it's kind of like Cuba. It's kind of like Cuba and us. Like Russia thought, well, we'll put our nukes in Cuba. And we were like, fuck no, you're not putting your nukes in Cuba. Because even if we're not friends with Cuba, they're just 90 fucking miles away. We're still going to force you to go home. And that's exactly what we did. That's the closest equivalency I can get it. Deeges, we have an aircraft carrier group stationed near Japan all the time. Yeah, one. A whole of China. Okay. Deeges, and Taiwan is a buffer zone that China does not have military on, and that gives a buffer to U.S. bases in the area and keeps trade routes open in the area. We have bases in Guam. We have military in South Korea. And Thomas says, show us the ice wall. And we've been selling Taiwan military equipment for decades. Okay. We can talk about it tomorrow. So let's go to Dear Bob. Dear Bob, now there weren't too many of them when last I checked, of course. Now there's more. And Deej is saying China only had one aircraft carrier. Are you sure about that, Deej? Because I'll be honest, I'd be surprised. How many? Because they have a shit ton of submarines. They've got 2 aircraft carriers, Deej. You were off by 100%. They have the Lai Long Ling and the Shandong. Okay. So, 2 in service with a total of 4. So, I don't know if that means 2 more on the way or 2 that were already set to retire. But I'll be honest, Deej, that's a lot less than I would have thought. So I'm going to give you the W on that one, even though you're not the champ. I'm going to give you the W on that. Captain Track says, since Dear Bob is starting, he's out. Have F Dear Bob. Have a great stream. Hashtag kill Dear Bob. Take care, Captain. And Professor Brenny Specs says, take Deej's champion status away. Absolutely. He wants me to try pronouncing that again. No, I don't want to move closer to war with China. Okay. Dear Bob, I knew you are a very good guitar. I know you are a very good guitar player, maybe. So I hope you can help me. There's only one note I can't figure out. How do you finger only if you're prepared to do 20 to life. I would suggest not. It's It's not worth it. Dear Bob, how do you feel about sushi from a gas station? Well, it depends on the gas station. Personally, I'm a big fan and think their food is delicious and very well priced. I'll give you an example. I was able to buy a 12-piece California roll with that hot green stuff for $2.99. Granted, I needed 3 12-packs to fill me up, but I think it was just fine. So, even with a sell-by date of 2 days before I bought it. So, is this okay, right? Bob, Joe. If the sell-by date was 2 days before you bought it, then you're only 2 days after the sell-by date. Which, yeah, I mean, realistically, let's say you bought it on the sell-by date, you went home, you put it in your refrigerator, and you ate it a couple days later, I would say that's probably fine, as long as you ate it the same day you bought it. But I would certainly make sure that they gave you at least a 50% discount, because they're technically not supposed to be selling the food after the sell-by date. On the other hand, throwing away perfectly good food is basically a human rights violation, because, there's people starving all around the world, and the food you throw away that's perfectly edible is basically just making a mockery of the starving people in this world. So, it's our duty to eat the food before it goes bad, thereby making future food cheaper for the people who haven't bought it yet. It's the right thing to do. So I think you are not only are you a great American, you are a great citizen of the world for eating the food that's just a little bit post-dated. As for 12 3-pack, three 12-packs to fill you up, I assume you mean I don't know if you mean of beer or you mean of more California rolls. Either way, that's fine. Certainly the beer would kill anything that was in the California rolls. Arabic Sonder says, do not eat gas station sushi. Arabic, listen, some gas stations are better than others, okay? If you get a really nice gas station in a major city like New York City, that sushi is probably only a day or two old. I mean, granted, if you're at like a dusty, old, middle of nowhere gas station in fucking Bumblebee, Arizona, then yeah, maybe that sushi is already a week or two old by the time, it got off the train, and then the Pony Express, rode it, through Death Valley to the gas station, and then they took it off the dry ice, and then they put it in the little refrigerator that barely works. So that type of gas station sushi I would be wary of. But if you're like at a fancy New York City gas station that's got, neon lights and shit, and, like a Times Square billboards, and, go watch Beauty and the Beast or something, that's a solid gas station where, I mean, I bet their donuts are no more than a day old, and I bet their sushi is totally safe to eat. So it depends on the gas station. Thomas says, what about eating raw meat from gas stations? Again, it depends on the gas station. Just keep a log of where you eat the raw meat, though, in case the New York City Health Department calls you and tells you that you were infected with a very rare, very rare E. coli species, and they need to know where you've eaten raw meat from, you can tell them exactly which gas stations and exactly when you ate it, because that'd come in handy when they're trying to track those types of infections, as I recently found out. Dear Bop, I'm the voice of Boimler on Lower Decks. You're Quaid. I just want to know, what is it with you? Is there nothing that will please you? Episode 1 and 2 this season have been two of the best episodes to be aired with this wonderful show. Maybe if you just gave us a chance, you would see what an exciting, well-crafted show we've presented for your entertainment. Just so you know, I received a personal note from Salty Tracker congratulating me on some of my other actors and some of the other actors for our work in this latest episode called K-Sean, His Eyes Open. Maybe it's time for you to grow up. Let me know when you do. Jack Quaid. How did Anti-Tracker get to see episode 2 already? Or is he already shilling so much you guys are giving him free access to episodes before they come out? I knew it! He sounded like he had started shilling. Shill Tracker is more like it. Salty Tracker. No, episode 2 didn't air, Cinnabun. I think we just caught Salty Tracker in the biggest scandal since Deflategate. Yeah, it's going to be Salty Tracker and Tom Brady. They're going to both be remembered as shills. And fuck you, Jack Quaid. You are a traitor and a loser. And I'm not just saying that because of Boimler. I'm also saying that because of your pitiful arc on The Boys, which is only going to get worse in upcoming season 3. And I had faith in you at 1. I liked you in season 1 of The Boys, Jack Quaid. Dear Bob, can we send Rock Solid to Kabul? No, Soft Putty, god damn it. Unless Rock Solid wants to go to Kabul, we're not sending him to Kabul. Deej says, I thought Salty was going to shill for Disney for the free 2-night stay at that Star Wars thing. Oh, we have next one. He's going to shill for everybody. That's the thing. Once you go shill, you don't go back. Once you start shilling for one, it becomes like a drug. You become addicted. You'll shill for anyone and anything. Dear Bob, need your advice, fine sir. My girlfriend is turning 16 this week, Friday, and I would like one of the Star Trek-y guys to sing happy birthday to her. So I have heard you indeed sing happy birthday, and you both do a fine job of it. Just wondering if I should consider any others to sing to my dear Amelia about how Salty Tracker, Doomcock, or Captain Track. I would just like this to be something very special, as you only hit 16 once, right? Well, I hit it 3 times as I'm a young 48 years old, but still think it should be a special thing for my little gal. Who do you think is best at singing that song? Jesus Christ, people. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I come back in a couple of years. And no, Doomcock is not painful. It's actually, he's quite enjoyable. Okay, gotta read the last thing first. Deej Jr. Okay. Dear Bob, I heard my dad yell rug muncher. Oh my God. At some lady on MSNBC News the other night and was wondering what this might indicate. Is this a lady who sells carpeting or shampoo rugs? I just would like to know, as I think it's important for me to know what this nickname means for Rachel Maddow. I think it was she he was yelling at. Thank you, Deej Jr. Yes, Deej Jr. Rachel Maddow sells carpet and carpet cleaning products on the side. And that is why your dad was yelling that. But you should probably talk to him for a better explanation. Deej says Super Blubberpuss, he just wants to go. So said he would show for them for the free room. Yeah, they are $6,000 a weekend. That's a lot of shilling. Dear Bob, the videos I've seen today from Afghanistan reminded me of the free Karoganites tried to get out before you closed the gates, but I guess the joke was on the people who tried to escape, as Karoga turned out to be an idealistic and beautiful land of great opportunity and handsome people. Thank you for being our emperor. Hail Karoga. Mine Guard 5150. You are welcome, number 5150. And you're right. It was a joke on them. You know what? There's going to be an extra story on your house tonight. I stole that line from Hank Scorpio of The Simpsons. And I'm not even upset. He was a great guy, Hank Scorpio. Deej says there is no Deej Jr. And Thomas says, yeah, his name is Charlie. Dear Bob, hello, Bird. Billy Barty checking in. I just wanted to let you know that we have not received your reimbursement you were to send back to us for improperly funding your college tuition. As you may recall, we only funded scholarships to those who were 4'11" or shorter, and you were found to stand a gigantic 6'7" tall. It was discovered that you even served on the cheerleading squad and synchronized swimming teams at your university. This is unacceptable, and you need to send your funds back in order for our foundation to support more mini people to advance schooling. You need to give the shorties a break, big guy, as that is the right thing to do. Please send us a check for the $450,000 in scholarship funds we sent to you back in the 90s, or our attorneys, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, will be contacting you forthwith. Good day, sir. William Barty. Okay, well, if you can, A, I'm not 6'7", and B and C, I never served on the cheerleading squad or the swimming teams, so you clearly have the wrong person. And D, most importantly, you never sent me any goddamn money. You were supposed to, but then you said no. You said you claimed you didn't have any more money to send. I think you guys kept it, but as Billy Barty had already passed away at that point, I wouldn't know. Dear Bob, hello, Joseph. This message is from the Selective Service Administration. Due to current circumstances, we wanted to alert you we have reenacted the draft, and your birthday came up as the number 1 recruit draw list. We understand that you are somewhat tied to your bed, but we will have a workaround to make something work, as we need all to pitch in to the effort. Your mother and sister have already agreed that you should do your part and join the army now. We have some other recruits who are of similar physical needs, and will train them with you to jump, in quotes, out of aircraft. You will be part of the airborne group and join your fellow patriots in the 508th Parachute Infantry Regiment. You are to report to Fort Benning, Georgia, by this Friday at noon to begin your parachute and rifle training. Welcome to the U.S. Army, Private Bird. You shall forthwith be known as Big Bird. Staff Sergeant Schultz. Private? Isn't that like, don't you have to work to become a private? You're just going to give me the private title right from the beginning? Not too bad. That said, though, I think I would join the Air Force, where I could remote pilot a drone from my bed, rather than jump out of a plane. And Thomas's bird is too old to get drafted. Well, no, they can raise the age of the draft. They'd probably have to. Because, I mean, you know. Actress says the Air Force already has dumb bombs. Why would they need a weaponized bird? I was going to say, I think they'd kill more people if they didn't have a parachute. They dropped me out of the plane without a parachute, just on my bed. We'd make a bigger crater. Dear Bob, Bird, you asked, and we're letting you know the 33rd seasons of The Simpsons begins on September 26th. I did not ask. Will you be reviewing our episodes this season? Fuck no. We know that you are one of the biggest influencers on YouTube and hope that you will consider reviewing the shows this season. Just to give you an idea of where our show is headed, here's a quick summary of the first episode this season. Marge decides to restage a high school musical from 20 years ago, but soon realizes her memories aren't what she thought they were when her old nemesis comes to town. Also, Apu returns and adopts Bart in order to have him work in his Quickie Mart, drinking all of the frozen slushy drinks. It will be a hilarious episode. Please tune in. Matt Groening. I highly doubt that's true. Dear Bob. Hi, Bob. I'm not Bob. Deej says they won't let you remote pilot. They've seen your flight streams. Well, maybe they need a kamikaze pilot. Drone pilot. Dear Bob, take a look at this before we debate the whole China thing. It's a military breakdown between China and the USA. It doesn't really matter. It's the number of people in China versus the number of the people in the U.S. Army. But I will take a look at it, Deej. I will take a look. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see. 2 aircraft carriers. So I wonder if my kill is point. Oh shit! My kill to death ratio. Is it up? Let's refresh. 0.17. Oh, 0.31. Last 7 days. So I found out in Warzone a good way of killing, getting 2 to 3 kills at the beginning of each game. So my kill to death ratio, which had been at abysmal 0.16, has almost doubled to a 0.31 in just a couple of days. So yeah, I was 9th today. I was 9th place. I had a 0.83 kill to death ratio. Wait, why are all these below 1? There was a bunch of games where I killed 5, 6 people. Why is it? Why would they be so low? Wouldn't it be above 1? Oh, kill to death 1.5, 1, 0, 1, 2.5, 1, 0.50. Anyway, I don't know. Oh, lobby kill to death. Oh, that's the practice. That's the practice. Okay. Well, I could have sworn there was one where I killed somebody but didn't die. Okay, the game kill to death. 2 kills. No, I had 1. There we go. 5 kills. 5 kills. 2 deaths. Oh, so they count my deaths twice? Once when I die and once when I die in the gulag? That's stupid. So each game I get 2 deaths. That's disappointing. That really hurts. I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating. I can only die twice, Dr. Scotty. Actually, you could die more than twice. If you die twice and then you get bought back in, or if in a solo game, if there's a jailbreak, you could die a 3rd time. But that's very, very rare. But I thought I got 4 or 5 kills today. Maybe it didn't upload. Anyway. Twilight Zone. Oh. So this Sunday, we're up to this Sunday we have up to The Hitchhiker, The Fever, and The Last Flight. Oh, I remember. Oh, The Last Flight. That's a good one. That's a good one. So that's cool. Let's see. I couldn't get any answers. I tried tracking down this company that they claim is remastering Deep Space Nine, but they never wrote back. I contacted every office. There's like 5 different offices all over the world. I'm pretty sure this is just a total bullshit article. But whatever. Primer 2004 is still a movie I told somebody I would check out. Okay. Vile Mike says howdy, folks. Says howdy, Vile. Super Bloodpuss, I hope I can catch those Twilight Zone episodes with you guys. I hope so too. I hope so too, Super Blubberpuss. Let's see. Do we have... when was this? Yesterday. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be it for today, guys. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It's a short one today. Like I said, peak laziness. We'll try and do more. Don't worry. Tomorrow will be nice and long because we got an hour of members only, plus we usually end up doing at least 2 hours of an open line stream on a day like tomorrow. So remember that, guys. If you are a member, a channel member, a friend of Karoga or higher level, check the community section of the webpage for the link to the members only stream. I will try to set it up earlier in the day so that you can get a link to the stream for later. I can't promise YouTube is going to send you the link, but it will be in the community section if you search there. 4 p.m. Eastern, and then, like I said, at 5 p.m., maybe a few minutes after 5, we'll do an open lines for everybody. But the first hour will be a members only live stream. So, yes, you missed Dear Bop, LDG. So, Qapla all. Later. Hasta la vista, pajaraco, says Hector. Qapla. Qapla all. Bird out. But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.birdoprey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop, affiliate links, and all your Birdo Prey 5 needs. At the main Birdo Prey 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, Birdo Prey 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Birdo Prey 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Karoga.